We're going to move on to a little game now. Name association. Okay. Now, I'm going to give you a sentence. You just give me the first name that comes into your mind when I say it. The first one I'm going to say is funniest person in the locker room.
Oh, crap.
You can't say yourself for any of these things.
No, I'm not. Oh, God. I don't want to. Oh, okay. John Nord.
Go on.
What's that?
Why? Why John Nord?
He's just hilarious. he is so... His mannerisms, his outlandish stories that are mostly shoot, and his Minnesota accent, and how he exaggerates things. We're in Alaska, me and him and Barry Darso, we're at the rent-a-car counter. The man's making money. He goes up to the girl and he goes, listen, I need a cheap car. He says, listen, we got a lot on us. He says 95% of it's got to do with death and drugs. I just need a car. Come on. And then he'll come up. He'll go, Barry, look at me. Without this beard, I'm Paul Newman. It's just crazy crap. Hey, Barry, you know I played for the New Jersey Generals, USFL. Guess whose locker was next to mine? Herschel Walker. That's a fact. And all these things he's saying, some are BS, but most of them are true. And he's just hilarious. His mannerisms, he's funny as hell. And I'm sure there's others, but off the top of my head, he's Brad Armstrong's pretty funny too. So is Tommy Rich.
Brad Armstrong is the name we get every single time, practically.
Classic babyface. Great worker. Not good. Great. So is Scott.
Next one.
Nothing against the Armstrongs. I'm just using those two.
Of course. Last man standing at the bar.
Okay, you know I'm not a bar person.
No, I know.
So I gotta last man standing at the bar. Oh, Curt Hennig.
Okay, that's a good enough answer. Biggest bully.
Oh. Vader.
Just in the ring or in the back or
everything? Not my cup of tea.
That's fine. Most bullied.
Most bullied?
Yeah, he was the person who just always seemed to get picked on.
Well, let's see. I got picked on, but in a good way.
Yeah.
There's two ways. You get picked on and you got heat, and they're going to get you fired, or something's going to happen in the bar, in your drink or something. And then there's the cool picking, like Dutch would pick, but that means guys like you. Just like I would pick on somebody. But if I don't like somebody, they really won't know it. I'm not going to rib them. I'm really not talking to them. I don't give a crap. Mm-hmm. So that's how I look at it.
Who was somebody who maybe the bad ribbing or hazing or whatever, who just seemed to invite it?
Oh, you mean seek heat?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Who was just the biggest heat seeker? Yeah.
Terry Taylor.
Just, yeah, Terry Taylor. Okay. Any particular instance with Terry where they managed to get one over on him?
Foot and mouth disease.
Yeah, I see. Smelliest wrestler.
I don't recall, but I think it was a couple of indie workers, and I don't know their names. It was rare that it had happens. Yeah, I can't even recall. It didn't make an impression.
Okay. Who turned up the most late to shows? Who was habitually never on time?
Okay. I hate to say this, too, because I love this guy. But Owen was late, and so was Brett. They were never in a rush, especially Brett. I watched this man lace up his boots for a half hour. He is the opposite of Barry. He's type C. I'm type A. I respect it, though. And I've never seen him. I got to get ready. I've never seen the man put over nervousness. He's just cool as a cucumber. That's it.
Biggest stooge for the dirt sheets. Now, a lot of people don't have an answer for this, but do you?
Okay, just straighten my knee out. Biggest stooge?
Yeah. Who'd always be calling Meltzer or Wade Keller or whoever?
Oh, I don't. Now that I don't know.
Oh,
I
really?
know stooges in the locker room that would go up to Pat Patterson or do this or do that to whatever I don't know where they thought they were going with that, especially if somebody found out, like the Bulldogs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's going to be a problem, and rightfully so. But calling up Meltzer, I have no idea. I really don't. And by the way, I don't care about Meltzer or those dirt sheets. And I do agree with Stan Hansen on one thing, and probably one thing only. That ruined our business.
Right.
That's all.
Okay. We will...
Bully number 2.
Bully number 2.
Yeah.
What, Stan Hansen or Dave Meltzer?
Not Meltzer.
Oh, okay.
And I'm saying that in a polite way, but also things have changed, relationship between me and Stan, so that's fine.
Okay.
He's changed.
Most in trouble with the office.
Most what?
Sorry, most in trouble with the office. Who was constantly being told off, called to the principal's office kind of thing?
I think Terry Taylor would get some of that stuff. I'm trying to think who else. Most told you not to do. I'm trying to think who the agents would yell at. Strongbow would yell at a lot of different people. Okay. Yeah, Marty. Yeah, I hate to say that because I love Marty, but he knows it.
Now, this one, most dangerous situation you ever found yourself in?
Oh, I'm going to say the trip to India.
Right. We've covered the trip to India. We've covered that, so we're going to carry on.
Okay, so you want another one?
Oh, no. I'll just move on. I've got so many of these. I mean, for God's sake, I've got like 28.
I would say, I was always uncomfortable in the airport in Canada if somebody got off the plane drunk and they held up the show for a while. Yeah, that's not cool. It makes you uncomfortable. Nothing that bad. Nothing's ever. I can't remember. See, I stayed. Trouble comes north, I go south. I don't need to be in the bar at 2 a.m. I need to be sleeping. I need to be eating a good meal. So I'm not. I don't even encounter that, and I really don't care. Again, I need to take care of myself.
Absolutely. Now, this is one that I'm very keen to hear about, and I've got an idea what the name might be already. The stiffest or most reckless wrestler you ever faced?
I hate when I know so many people and had so many matches, and I don't want to diss anybody, but I don't want to also call out anybody. I'm trying to get it spot on. That's hard. I'm going to have to say Stan Hansen.
Really? Well, I'm not surprised, I must say.
Yeah.
Do you know?
And some of the Japanese wrestlers, there's a difference between being stiff, being snug, and safe. That's what you want. If you want to go the Vader route, sloppiness, reckless, beyond stiff. Now, if you're being a tough guy in the pro wrestling business, you could see that every Friday night at some bar in Nashville, Florida, or the UK for free. These guys are shooting, having a fight in the alley. But if you could get in the ring and do that, and it feels like that, when it looks like that, you are a friggin' artist.
Mm-hmm.
So anybody can go out there, Brody, kicking the shit out of people. I've never worked with him. Let me tell you something. I'm not taking that boot in the face. It'd break my neck again. Why does it have to be that way? Mm-hmm. You could work aggressive and snug in Japan. I did it, but I'm not hurting somebody. It may be stiff. You may be sore. You may have black and blue. You may have a black eye, but you're not going to hospital. I didn't break your leg. I didn't break your femur. I didn't give you a concussion, which I've had too from the business.
Yeah, absolutely. We already said the loudest spot caller, didn't we, more or less? So I'm going to ask, and everyone says the same name, but the most legit, tough, badass.
Oh. Oh. Wow. That's good. Of course. And I know this has been documented and said 1,000 times. Haku.
Yep.
Kevin Kelly, a.k.a. Nails. That's one bad mofo.
Mm-hmm.
Bob Orton Jr., Dick Slater. Now I'm going to go out of the circle, and my mentor, Jody Malenko. Trained by Carl Gotch. Him and his brother were called the Super Shooters in Japan. What does that tell you? The man is a hooker, a shooter. He's a tap out machine and enjoys it. And he's a badass. And he will break you down like a 410 shotgun.
I'm trying to think. Is there any story? Because you know all the legends of Haku and Bruiser Brody and Harley Race and all these other guys.
Yep.
Were you ever?
I forgot about Harley.
Were you ever party or witness to some badassery firsthand?
I don't think so. I don't recall. I don't remember. Let's see. Let's just go over this. Let's see. Bob Orton Jr. No. Dick Slater, no. Haku, no. Barbarian, no.
What about like Bob Roop or something like that? Because obviously in Florida they still did like the fan challenges and stuff. Did you never see that either? Or?
I was never there. And the Bob Roop I met, he was an agent for WCW. The Bob Roop I met was just a couple of years ago at a Florida meet and greet. But I heard some stories about Bob Roop. As far as he could go, as far as an amateur. Jody Malenko talks to him almost every day. They're buddies. I guess there's a big respect thing there.
I'm going to give you one more then. It sort of ties in, but